Hi guys, welcome back to our fabulous Friday lunchtime lives. I had to get a new fun name. I know, it's pretty awesome, isn't it? So today we're going to be talking about like buying logistics, kind of what you want to do before you start to think about buying. So the first thing is to kind of know the neighborhood, do your research on the area, and your agent will definitely help you out with that, but it's also always good to do like an in-depth search of your own so you kind of know what's going on, to even see if that's something you want to move forward with. If you look and you're like, no, that area is not at all what I want to be in. So you kind of want to do that. The second thing is kind of figure out what type of style or architectural house you're looking for. So there's tons. There's a colonial, there's craftsman, there's Victorian, you could go for a log home, rancher. I don't know if I already said that one. But there's all kinds of different types of styles homes. So you kind of want to narrow down what you're looking for. The next thing is to find out if there are any churches you would like to attend in the area, any religious centers you're looking for, anything like that. Another thing is kind of the cost of living, what it's going to cost you to live there as of somewhere else. Hi, Tammy. So you kind of want to picture what it's going to be like living there and what the comparable area is going to look like. Another thing is you're going to want to figure out daycare. So the daycare thing is a big one. It was a big one for me when I went back to work. Luckily, I found an awesome daycare provider. She's local to me, but I do have to travel out of my way a little bit further to get to her, but I would 100% do that every single day just because I love her so much and I trust her with my kids. So that's kind of, especially when you have kids, you need to figure that out. That's a big one for me, especially because you have to interview them and see if they have any spots available around and things like that. Another thing is environmental issues or things going on. So you want to know if there's a sewage plant if there's a trash plant nearby. So one, if you're not smelling it. Two, if there's going to be a lot of trucks going in and out. So you're going to want to know the noise level and things like that. Thanks, Dana, for the likes. Another thing is you're going to want to know like restaurants. You're going to want to know if you're going to like the area, if there's a lot of restaurants. So like around here, there's downtown Frederick and things like that. But I like to explore and go to Leesburg and Lockett's and things like that. I like to find new places to eat. I just don't like to eat at the same places all the time. So you're going to want to know restaurants, hair places if you are particular about your hairdresser. So you want to know that if there's a supermarket nearby, because if you were in Brunswick, there was no supermarket for the past 4 or 5 years. I forget how much it is. It might not even be that long. I can't remember. Maybe 3. So there was no supermarket in there. So you kind of want to know if there's gas stations around, because if you're a person like me that runs out of gas, I need a gas station nearby my home. So that's kind of important for me. And the next thing is you're going to want to know kind of like the job market in your area. Are there careers where you can see yourself for years down the road? Do they have a lot of opportunities to work? Or how far you're going to have to travel to your career that you're currently in, to your place of business. So right here where I used to travel down to Baltimore actually. That was like 4 or 5 years ago, and that was awful. It was awful. I didn't want to travel to Baltimore every year. I did that for 4 or 5 years. And then I finally was like, I can't do this anymore. So you kind of want to know how far your commute's going to be, or if you could potentially find a new career or job in the area where you're considering moving. Another thing is if you're interested in parks, do you like to do outdoor activities? So you kind of want to know where a local park is, if you have kids, or if you just like to go biking or hiking. So there's, what's near in it's in West Virginia. Harper's Ferry. So that's a really good bike trail, and so you kind of want to know that. I've actually biked it, and it was pretty rough. It took me a while to get back. I could get there, but coming back was a little bit rough. Another thing is you want to do an in-depth search on school ratings, school districts. You want to know if you're going to want to send your child there, if their ratings are poor, if their ratings are low, but you are definitely going to want to do an in-depth search on that. If they have after-school programs, when I went back to work, I had to figure out what my daughter was going to do in the after-school, and sometimes they have sometimes they're full, or sometimes they're not full, so you have to kind of figure it out. Another thing is if there are new and upcoming businesses to the area. So if you're a business owner, you want to know the surrounding areas. Are there businesses like yours? Are there not businesses like yours? So you kind of want to know what's coming and what's going. Another thing is transportation. So transportation and parking. So you want to know, is there a metro nearby? Is there a subway nearby? Is there bus stations? Are there tolls? So you kind of want to know what you're looking for. And that also goes back to if you're going to be commuting. So all this stuff kind of ties in together. So it's really good to know and to do your research. So you're also going to look for traveling. So like airports, train stations, like I said. If you're going to have visitors that come from Florida, how are they going to be able to access your house? Is it going to take them an hour to get from the airport, or is it going to take them 20 minutes to get from the airport? And you also want to know that just in case you're buying near an airport, you're going to have planes flying over, and that's going to be a little disruptive unless you don't mind it. Another thing is you're going to want to know, are there any upcoming sports events, sportsplexes, concert venues nearby? So you want to know kind of what the distance is for that. Another thing is you're going to want to know that for like the nightlife. If you want to go out often, you want to live closer to downtown, or if you want to go out a little bit more, you want to live near a metro to get you to downtown if you want to go to DC and things like that. Another thing is, this is kind of important. You want to know, where's the nearest hospital? How many hospitals are in the area? How long it's going to take you to get to a hospital or to get to a doctor's office. If you're a person like me who visits the doctor regularly, you're going to be one of pretty close. So that's also, you need to know if you have to have kind of a little bit more care. If your child needs to be closer to a certain doctor or certain provider, you definitely want to know that. Also, if you're looking to buy in a community, if they have HOA fees, if they have pools, if they have other fees, if you can have pools. So you definitely want to do the research on that as well. You want to know if there's any upcoming new construction. So Jefferson is having a massive construction. They're having tons of new homes coming in the area. So that's going to play now in the traffic area. There's only one stoplight in Jefferson. So that's going to kind of cause an issue down the road, I'm sure. You're going to want to know if it's pet friendly, if you're buying like an apartment or a condo. If they allow pets on the premises, they might not. You also want to know if you're looking into like senior livings, if they allow pets, or if it's a lease instead of buying type thing. So you definitely want to do your research and know what you're looking for, where you're looking for it, and things like that. Thanks, Brandy, for the hearts. So it's very, very important to do your research when buying a home, as well as interviewing agents. So you want to have the best of everything. But I really appreciate you guys tuning in. So I will hopefully see you guys next Friday. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments. You can message me. I have my cell phone pretty available all the time. You can message me for my cell phone number, email, whatever you need to get a hold of me. Hi, Sarah. feel free to contact me. I pretty much have it on my hip all the time. Or you could drop a comment below if that's also good for you. So our next lady coming up is Dana. So she'll be talking about some fun topics. Thanks, Brandy. So otherwise, I will see you guys next Friday.
Yeah, I got